We now return to KRON 4's NASCAR Live with your host, Gary Radnich.
Welcome back to Sonoma. One of the fun parts of attending this race is you see a lot of drivers with local flavor. Everybody knows about Jeff Gordon and Vallejo, but don't forget young A.J. Almendinger, born and raised in Los Gatos.
I was born and raised around it. My dad raced local dirt track stuff before I was even born, so I was at a racetrack when I was basically in my mom's stomach.
You know, and then with the racing being in my blood, I guess it just, you know, transferred into him. But he came racing out of mom and been racing ever since.
I was an only child. I at one point asked my mom why I couldn't have a brother or sister, and she told me, well, we can do that, but you'll have to stop racing because we can't afford it. And I said, well, screw that. I don't need siblings. So.
He lived for racing from 3 years old. I mean, he would sit in the window and watch the street light go from red to green to yellow, you know, and he would just sit there and just green light would go. He would just get so excited at 3 years old, you know. So, like I say, racing just been part of him forever.
I went to Lee High School. I was born in Los Gatos, but basically raced in San Jose most of my life that I lived in California. And my parents still live in Hollister. And went to Lee High School, and you know, I always had to have good grades in school. That was the one thing my parents always made me have, at least a 3.0 GPA. Couldn't get in trouble in school or anything like that, because if I did, racing was done. But I basically went to school for school. I went there to get done with it that day and then go get ready for a go-kart race that weekend.
And Mom told him back when he was growing up that school was very important, regardless what Dad said. She was kind of the boss on that deal. If he didn't do good in school, he didn't get to go racing.
But it's always been a family thing, and up through the years, my parents mortgaged the house 3 times to keep me going as I started getting into car racing. You know, I love sports. I love watching football and basketball and hockey, and love playing golf. It's probably my favorite thing to do away from the racetrack. But I quickly realized I was like 5'6" and white. I had no jumping skills. I didn't have a lot of attributes to be a sports athlete, and racing was just always my passion.
Here we go, Greg. All right, what a treat we've got here. Just walking in off the street is the man who made young Almendinger's great career possible. His dad, Greg. You were telling me you mortgaged your house 3 times so your son could make it?
Yes, we did. Yeah, the wife and I, you know, when we started out, when AJ started out racing when he was 5 years old, you know, it was just a family thing that we did on the weekends. And as he progressed up the ranks, you know, we did what we had to do to get him.
It takes a lot of guts, though. I mean, you know, your son made it, so they go, wow, isn't that terrific?
Yeah.
Do you ever at night sitting at the kitchen table say, uh-oh?
Like I say, when he came from open wheel over to NASCAR, you know, my first race down at Fontana, walking through the garage going, oh man, Jeff Gordon, you know, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt, and here's my son racing with him, you know. I mean, it was a, you know, a big deal. Yeah.
AJ, at what age did you say, hey, all this work is going to pay off? How old was he?
When he was 5 years old racing BMX, you could see the talent. And then we got into the quarter midgets when he turned 8.
Yeah.
And at 8 years old, you know, when he went out in the test car, I went, wow. You know, he was, you know, just, he had it. You know, it was.
I can imagine sitting in your big chair watching him on Sunday, huh?
Oh, yeah.
How proud is he? Proud of you?
Yeah. Very proud.
And more to the point, can I whisper, does he send checks home?
He helps out. Yeah.
No, not you don't need any help, but just to show you what he did.
No, like I say, I was a floor layer. I laid carpet for 40 years.
Yeah.
You know, so AJ's where he's at on talent, not you know, daddy's pocketbook. You know,
I'll just say it in a real nice way. Somebody had to have the guts to refinance 3 times, and that's great. Hey, you know this Kyle Larson, another Bay Area kid?
Oh, yeah. I watched Kyle, you know, 6 years ago racing sprint cars up there where I live, and he is something else.
We're going to introduce our audience to the pride of Elk Grove, rough, tough Kyle Larson. Here is the potential Rookie of the Year, Kyle Larson, the grizzled veteran. What are you, about 50?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, you know, I just look like I'm 21, I guess.
When a rookie comes in, you know, in a lot of sports we hear, all right, let the rookie earn our respect. You find that in NASCAR a little bit?
A little bit, but I think, you know, it's all been going good so far. I haven't really had any run-ins, you know, up until last week, and that was just a very small
Explain
issue.
Last week, just for fun. You had a quick run-in.
Yeah, it's just on a deal that happened on the restart. Nobody wrecked or anything. It was just upset Tony a little bit, and he just let me know. It wasn't really a big deal at all.
It is hard, though. I mean, you're messing with, not messing with, but you know what I mean, that's Tony Stewart, right? What can you say to him?
Nothing, just let your driving do the talking.
Yeah, yeah. Now, where are you from originally in the Bay Area?
I'm from Elk Grove, California, so down by Sacramento.
You're a Northern California guy,
yeah,
to be exact. And you were a dreamer about one day maybe I want to be a NASCAR guy?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I grew up racing go-karts around the area, and I think every young race car driver's dream is to make it to NASCAR, and never really thought I would make it, maybe until I was 15 or 16, and then it's all kind of worked out ever since. So,
who was your hero growing up?
I wouldn't say I ever had a hero, but guys I looked up to and cheered for were, you know, Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, Case Kane, just because they grew up racing on dirt tracks, kind of like I did.
You won in Fontana and I believe in Charlotte?
Yeah, in the Nationwide Series.
Yeah. This course a lot different, though, than what you're used to, huh?
Yeah, there was no right turns at Fontana or Charlotte.
Does that truly throw you off when you come to a track like this?
I think, you know, it makes it more challenging for us, just because, especially for myself, you know, all the racing I've ever done is on ovals, you know, up until last year in the Nationwide Series when I ran those 3 road course races that they run. So makes it difficult, but we've been doing lots of testing and stuff to prepare me for Sonoma and Watkins Glen, you know, just prepare me for road course racing in general. So I think we've taken the right steps to hopefully do good this weekend.
Take this in the right way. You the only driver this weekend who still gets carded when he goes into a bar?
Oh, heck yeah.
And quickly, the last thing you look forward to, I mean, this Sunday, to win, you must do what?
Keep all 4 tires on the track.
Yeah, but everybody says that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But you're feeling pretty good then?
A win's possible.
Yeah, all right. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
And look forward to that Rookie of the Year deal at the end of the season, huh?
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, especially when they're local drivers. I'm one of these guys, when you grow up in the Bay Area, if you can meet somebody, for lack of a better term, from a similar background, it makes it a little bit more enjoyable when you watch the race come Sunday. If you watch the KRON 4 Morning News, I've got a little bit there. I actually do it from bed at 7:45. And you know how Daria Folsom, when you ask her to be on camera or do something out of the ordinary, you almost have to beg her. She said, no, no, no. I just want to be left alone. I just want to read news. I don't want to showboat. I don't want to bring any attention to myself. But somehow we talked Daria into getting in a car, and you'll see her next. Daria Folsom, again, no longer Greta Garbo. She's coming out showing what she's got next.
Set up to get that run down the hill.